Okay, alright, ladies and germs, ladies and gents. Yo, who came up with that term, ladies and germs? Who came up with that? I'm so confused. That's a bit misandrous, you know, where you're just ignoring the man and going straight to the germs that are within our vicinity, which germs are everywhere, you know what I mean? Speaking of which, I don't wash my hands after I take a piss. If, like, I showered that day, right, you know what I mean? You don't need to wash your hands after you take a piss. Like, what, like, do you piss all over your hands or something? You know where your balls have been, and they've been inside of your clean underwear after you took a shower, so I don't understand that. Okay, yeah, so anyway, speaking of pissing in my hands, Hasan Piker, this video popped up in my recommended feed. It's called Everything Sucks. This is like, I guess, like a clip channel or like a re-upload channel of Hasan Piker, which I haven't really talked about him in a while since, you know, what, like the Twitch adpocalypse or some shit where it was him and Asmongold were doing something. I forget. I don't know. The internet moves fast. Recently, I did hear about that content nuke that H3H3 dropped on Hasan. If, like, you really think about it, it's a H3H3 versus Hasan Piker. So it's two millionaires. One of them is a washed up YouTuber who's pushing 40 with a kid, and the other one is in his mid 30s and is what, like a it's called like a champagne socialist, right? So he believes in socialism and communism, but when it comes to him sharing his wealth, you know, it's rules for thee, not for me. All right, so let's check out the stream background. So I know that one day I will start streaming and everything. Do I have to have a cool background like this to make millions of dollars? The shelf looks pretty cool. That's a really cool looking basketball. I don't know what that is. That looks like a Wolverine's mask or something. That's probably not it. Are those switches? Not the little Lego piece that you put on your Glock 19. No, like the Nintendo Switch. The only thing that really stands out is this picture of Obama and the Queen, and I don't know what the rest of this shit is. There's a refrigerator here. Cute little dog right there.
I also officially deleted Twitter from my phone again because I feel like it was making my brain worse.
Okay, yes. So now I remember why I wanted to talk about this video. He said that. He said he deleted Twitter because it's making his brain worse, and I agree with him. Ever since Elon bought it, Twitter has actually gotten worse, actually. People would argue with me and say that, oh, well, no, he's supporting free speech. Yeah, I understand free speech, but you saying the N-word constantly and just being flat out racist, and then say that you're just joking around, and saying the N-word by itself isn't really that funny, honestly. It's just, I can understand it from like an ironic standpoint, but just you saying it and, like, you know, just being racist, it's just like, dude, how old are you, bro? I'm only talking about a certain, you know, like a specific demographic. There's literal white supremacists on there who spout off their ideals, and like there's whole communities of them. They're allowed to fly around there. If you say something bad about Elon and he sees it, he's probably just gonna block you and or, you know, suppress you in some way, shape, or fashion. I don't know.
The social media platforms, I feel like Twitter has like the worst, the absolute worst, like lowest common denominator appealing content. It's just so bad.
Okay, yeah, Twitter is a terrible place now. Not even like the racist people too. There's also like the health people. There's also Black Twitter, which is also fucking terrible and cancerous. Crypto Twitter, that's actually the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Bro, I still can't believe that Aiden Ross, bro, I didn't even want to speak on it because I don't even know if CoffeeZilla is aware of this, but I remember Aiden Ross, he did like a live stream talking about crypto and shit, and like he said that he was gonna really start getting into crypto and shit and start making content on crypto, right? And like he was in a room with FaZe Banks and like some other crypto dudes. Like he got rug pulled by one of the dudes there, and I'm just sitting there really thinking to myself, bro, you don't have to be intelligent to have a lot of money. Like it's just so obvious that Aiden, you were gonna get rugged, bro. What made you want to put 300k into Libra coin? You get rug pulled by Argentina. How the fuck do you get rug pulled by a whole country?
I feel like it is truly hurting my brain. Even like the stuff that's not political.
I didn't even bring up the political Twitter, bro. It's dude, people are so bro. It's like, bro, if you disagree with one thing, people just think that you're on the other side, even though that you're probably somewhere like in the middle ground or some shit. I don't know. The midwit curve, bro. It's like you have to be on either extremes and agree with them 100% of the time or some shit, when that's not the case. You're just a human being and not a fucking robot. And so yes, you're gonna disagree with some conservatives or like some liberals or some shit, and then they'll just assume that you're on either side and they'll just insult you like that. Like, bro, all of you are fucking retarded, bro. If you're going back and forth with people on a political Twitter, you need to
The only website that's worse than Twitter is Facebook because it's all AI slop, and I suspect that Twitter will inevitably move in that direction as well.
Is Facebook actually all AI slap? I've never used Facebook ever in my life, bro. I'm 23. I've never used that shit ever in my life. I'm 23 years old and I didn't grow up in the hood. Yeah, so I don't have a fucking Facebook. Is it really all just AI generated slop? A bunch of old people believe in most of that shit. I mean, Instagram Reels is also racist too, but at least they're funny. At least I think it's funny, especially like the Indian ones.
All right, I had a bunch of follow-ups with a bunch of journalists, a couple articles coming out down the pipeline. And the question that I consistently keep receiving is, what is the future? What are people supposed to do? What are we gonna do? And it's like, I got journalists at the New York Times and shit asking me this question, and I'm like, I still haven't been able to fully figure that out yet. And I'm in a whole.
He sat in his room all day streaming to a parasocial audience, and he has the New York Times coming to him asking him questions. All he did was just sit in his room all day and be an internet degen. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? What are we talking about?
But personal news wise, this morning I took Kaya to the park, and it was raining, but at least I was able to get her energy out. I, on the other hand, was not able to get my energy out by working out because there was no opportunity to work out, because when it rains, unfortunately, everything in Los Angeles collapses. There's already like flood warnings.
Okay. You sound like a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. How old exactly is Hasan Piker? Because, I mean, because you're not built like me, honestly. Okay, so he's 33 years old, and he just said that with a straight face. Hasan, I understand, like, at one point in time, Hasan was actually jacked and shit, but if it was me personally, you know what I mean? Why would I skip out on the gym just because it's raining outside? And, I live in Los Angeles, and, Los Angeles just collapses, and I couldn't go to the gym because...
Like, you're a skinny bastard. If I catch you on the street, it doesn't matter what kind of fighting technique you know.
How are your rain gutters? I don't even know if I have rain gutters, dude. I have no idea.
It blew my mind that most houses in Florida don't have basements. That alone blew my mind. But I didn't know that in LA that certain houses don't have rain gutters. I need to travel more. Okay, all right.
25 centimeters of rain in Toronto. Don't cry about the rain. Yeah, except 25 centimeters of rain, snow in Toronto might not devastate Toronto as bad as like a little light drizzle devastates LA. We just don't have the infrastructure for it. We don't have the infrastructure designed to withstand even a little bit of drizzle, and it's awful. Because America is a developing nation that masquerades as a very wealthy nation, because it is a very wealthy nation. It's just that the wealth is not distributed evenly.
You had me at the first half, but then you just said distribute the wealth equally. So Hasan, how about you take the same amount of money that you invested into the stupid looking room and, give it back to the community then, huh?
Living in an area that obviously is a very wealthy part of the country. I mean, I live in West Hollywood. I live in one of the worst housing markets on the planet, okay? I own a home in one of the worst housing markets on the planet. Think about that. And yet the infrastructure is still not built to withstand.
Okay, yeah, so at this point it's just some rich dude complaining about stuff that he may or may not be able to actually do something about it, because I can understand like the average person complaining about this. Okay, that makes sense. But you, yeah, sure, it's annoying, but I still can't believe that a 33-year-old man made an excuse to skip the fucking gym. Are you fucking serious? Listen, bro, hell or high water, I'm gonna go to the gym and hit chest and shoulders.
It's no longer even stagnant. It's just like crippling. Sticking out your gat for the drizzler. Oh my lord. You're so skibbity. We're a wash nation. We're a regressing nation. We're not an underdeveloped nation. We were a developed nation at one point. No, it's not a developing nation. Please, bro. It has its problems. But as someone who lives in a developing nation, USA is developed. And LA is a desert. Of course, it won't withstand rain. I don't understand why people have the audacity to come to me and say, no, your current experiences are invalid. Because I live in a developing nation. Okay, I lived in a developing nation too. What are you talking about?
You were a Nepo baby. You were basically handed your career from your uncle, from like the Young Turks. Hasan, what are you talking... Bro, if only I had the money like Hasan here, bro. If I had the big pockets like Hasan here, I would not waste my time living in Los Angeles, of all fucking places. I'm gonna live somewhere else, that's for damn sure. So maybe how about you move out of fucking Los Angeles if it's that bad? Like, bro, like, you have the money, you piece of shit. He has people, international people, who probably are living in third world countries who watch him, and he's over here bitching and crying about the infrastructure of LA. See, this is where, like, he fucking loses me.
Encourage people to get out and protest, or is it illegal? No, I of course encourage people to go out and protest.
Okay, and then he's also promoting and encouraging unemployed behavior, like fucking protesting. Are you fucking kidding?
As it stands, currently not illegal. Even if it were to become illegal, I would.
If I was on my way to work and I saw Hasan standing in the middle of the road blocking traffic, oh yeah, so he got something wrong in GeoGuessr. Okay, cool, bro. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was me watching a clip from a Hasan Piker stream, basically. And how do you watch that exactly? How are you a parasocial reject and you're just into watching that? I don't understand that. Okay, bro, whatever, bro. I mean, I guess there's certain stuff out there on the internet that I can fully digest without a problem. If you watch it for more than 3 seconds, your head is gonna explode. You know what I mean? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's the whole fucking video, I guess. I don't really know what to make of this, besides I agree with Hasan Piker about the Twitter shit, and I mean, yeah, that's basically it right there. A champagne socialist. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, I'm out.